Live from WFSB, Connecticut's #1 local news, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 7.
Well, good morning. It is now 7 o'clock. I'm Irene. We're following breaking news in Hartford. Police are responding and firefighters are responding to a structure fire. The fire is near the intersection of Garden and Capon Streets in Hartford's north end. Firefighters at the scene say no one was injured because the building was currently vacant. A neighbor tells us there is a storefront at the lower level of the building with apartments up above, but he says right now it was under repair, which is why it was empty. Another fire, the big one as well, this morning at a scrapyard in Uncasville. It's caused several roads to close. Here's some pictures from the scene now. Montville firefighters were called to Connecticut Scrap on Pequot Road shortly after 1 o'clock in the morning. There are about 13 different agencies responding there.
At this point, it's too early to determine what's actually the fuel load. There's a lot of outside debris, to include vehicles and other scrap material. Right now, it's a perimeter exterior operation, a lot of aerial activity with water suppression. So at this point, it's really too early to determine what's the actual fuel load in there.
The Department of Environmental Protection is testing the air quality to determine if the levels are safe. The cause of that fire is still under investigation this morning. And we've been following breaking news this morning overnight in Windsor, where police are investigating after a man was shot on Graham Road. This all happened at about 1 o'clock this morning. Investigators say the victim is in stable condition. They do not know who shot that man. They are looking for a suspect. And we're following some new information out of Manchester. Police have released dash cam video of a driver who they say sideswiped a police cruiser after being caught breaking into cars on Pine Street just before 5 o'clock in the morning yesterday. Police say they are looking for a red Honda Accord that will have damage on the rear passenger side. They believe the suspect may be connected to other car break-ins in the area. Anyone who may have seen this car is being asked to contact police. Turning now to the latest on the coronavirus in Connecticut. New numbers from the governor's office show the state continues to hover around a more than 1% positivity rate. Since yesterday, 27,000 people have been tested. 384 were positive for a positivity rate here in the state of 1.4%. Hospitalizations went down and 5 more people died. We are learning that Waterbury Mayor Neil O'Leary has tested positive for COVID-19. This morning, he is quarantining at home as he continues to work remotely. Waterbury has experienced an uptick in coronavirus cases, and O'Leary is urging residents to get tested even if they're not showing symptoms. Well, Hartford is closing its outdoor athletic fields because of an uptick in COVID-19 cases in the city. Mayor Luke Bronin says they've seen significant use of fields and says that few people are wearing masks and social distancing. Scheduled events for the rest of the fall season will be canceled starting on Tuesday.
This is really something that each of us has to take responsibility for in our day-to-day activities, particularly with coworkers and friends and family members whom we don't live with.
The suspension does not include school-sponsored athletics or Hartford athletic games and events. Well, the Hartford athletics season is in full force. The professional soccer team kicked its way into the playoffs this year. The team is only in its second season at Dillon Stadium. This year, they sold out the allowed capacity of just over 1,300 fans at all their home games during the season. The first playoff game is tomorrow night at 7 o'clock against St. Louis.
All right. Good morning, everybody. I'm meteorologist Melissa Cole with your Channel 3 early warning forecast. And it is a chilly morning across the state, but we're going to warm up nicely this afternoon. Our temperatures are in the 30s and 40s. Dew points also in the 30s and 40s. It's a very dry atmosphere outside, so it's going to feel nice and comfortable this afternoon with lighter winds and plenty of sunshine. You can see that sunshine rising this morning from our iCam in Stores, looking gorgeous. A few clouds from our iCam in Torrington, but overall a beautiful, beautiful start to our day. Here's Futurecast tomorrow. tomorrow's weather today. Scrolling on through, you can see there's not a whole lot going on. We have high pressure in control, and that will give us sunshine, dry weather, lighter winds today. Our winds tomorrow will pick up in intensity, and they're going to be out of the south, and that's going to help to pump up some milder air. So tomorrow morning won't be as cold as this morning. We'll start out tomorrow in the 40s and 50s, and we'll make our way up into the 70s to near 80 tomorrow afternoon. Then tomorrow evening, we're going to be watching this area, a line of showers and thunderstorms. It's going to be forming along a cold front, which is going to be sinking southward. It's going to cool our temperatures down for Sunday, but most of the storm activity will stay off to our north. That's where the Storm Prediction Center has issued a little bit of an area here for the possibility of severe thunderstorms with some damaging wind gusts and heavy rainfall. So we'll keep you posted if anything makes its way down into the Connecticut border here, but we do think that most of the activity tomorrow night will be off to our north. Here's Hurricane Delta, a Category 3 major hurricane right now, with the track set to move right into the Louisiana coast later on this evening. Winds currently are 120 miles an hour, moving to the north at 12 miles an hour. We do expect to see some weakening to a Category 2 strength before making landfall, but nonetheless, our folks down along the Gulf Coast will be dealing with very heavy flooding rainfall, storm surge, and very, very strong winds. So keep a good thought for folks down there. We'll continue to see weakening, and we will also be dealing with some of the remnant moisture. Our models are differing a bit, but it looks like this morning they're starting to come into a little bit more agreement. You can see here at our European model has rained pretty much through the entire day, Monday night, Tuesday morning, Tuesday midday, before starting to wind down. And earlier, our American model had the rain holding off, but in our latest run, we're starting to see rain overspread the area through the day on Monday night, Tuesday morning into Tuesday night. Eventually, a cold front will push all that moisture out to sea, but we need some beneficial rainfall, so it will be a great scenario if we do end up getting at least 24 hours of rainfall. 60s for highs today. Sunset this morning was just before 7. The sun sets this evening at 6:18. Tonight we'll be dropping down into the 40s and low 50s, so not a terribly cold night in store for us. Tomorrow, 78. Some towns might touch 80, 73 along the shoreline. 60s for Sunday, cooler once the front moves on through. Monday and Tuesday, some remnant moisture from Hurricane Delta. Wednesday, a few scattered showers, 72, and then warming back up to 75 on Thursday.
All right, Melissa, thank you. President Trump's physician says he's on track to make a full recovery from COVID-19 and says the president might be able to resume public events this weekend. Despite that prognosis, the Commission on Presidential Debate says next week's scheduled town hall will be done remotely if it happens at all. President Trump says he will only debate Joe Biden face-to-face. The Biden and Trump campaigns have agreed to do that on October 22nd. Well, 6 men are now facing federal charges in an alleged plot to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Investigators say the group spent months planning the operation. Court documents indicated they believed the governor had assumed uncontrolled power in the middle of the pandemic. 7 other people are accused in a related scheme to storm Michigan's Capitol with a goal of sparking a civil war. Turning now to the coronavirus, Trinity College in Hartford is moving to remote classes through Monday after 21 students tested positive for COVID-19 this week. The school is now on orange alert, which means the dining hall is open for to-go only. Students are being asked to remain on campus and avoid non-essential trips. The school says most of the cases appear to be connected to students who live off campus.
I was a little disappointed that we got moved to orange, but I trust in the Trinity students. You know, we've been really diligent in taking care of ourselves and doing what's needed to be done.
Administrators say more than 50 other students are in quarantine because of contact tracing. In New Haven, the Justice Department is suing Yale University for considering race in its college admissions process. The DOJ claims that Asian American and white students have 1/8 to 1/4 of the likelihood of admissions as African American students. Yale has denied those accusations and called that lawsuit baseless. Thanks so much for tuning in to Eyewitness News on this Friday morning. Remember, you can get news and weather updates anytime, all on the Channel 3 app. Have a great day.